Hi there, and welcome. I am Stíofán Séamus, and I am a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. As we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It's up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having love life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Well, maybe you're in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you're debating a career move or just very uncertain about your career and need to know if now is time to make that move or what you should do. Well, through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out those answers. And as a guide of the light, I challenge you to live your life in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. So message me now to get in line for your reading today. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. and welcome to another fine edition of Intuitive Readings with Stíofán Séamus. Make sure, you can hear me better now. Woohoo! Katrina, hello. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to another fine edition of Guide of the Light Live. The internet's kind of being a little odd, misbehaving, or however you want to put it. But we're going to try to do this as simple as we can and try to get through it tonight. I am very looking forward to it and hoping that we can bring some peace, understanding, love, comfort even to some of your life situations. But before we get into readings and chatting and whatever else may happen in between now and the end of the show, I always like to start out with the archangel message or a meditation or a devotional or something inspiring. So we're going to go in and do that first. Yes, you can ask a question, but please hold on with me until we get through this part, because it's always good to kind of find a place of center and grounding, and that's what this segment is about. So, collective reading, spirit message, devotional meditation time here. And I got an archangel message, and as you can see, I got a couple of archangel cards here. These were the cards that just kind of really jumped. Well, one literally jumped out of the deck, and the other one was the card on top, but they go hand in hand. And so we're going to kind of go over this just real quick, and I like the direction that the cards are heading in here, because there's going to be some thought here. And that's another thing too, is I like to help you do some critical thinking, and I believe that the angels know that, and they kind of play into that a little bit. But so here we go. The first card, which was the card on top. No, I need to do this card. Yep. The card that jumped out before I pulled the card on top is Comfort. And this is Archangel Araziel. And Araziel says, I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. So I want you to think And Araziel, I believe, is asking for the same thing. Think for a moment a time that you needed that comfort. A moment in time where you were just on your lowest low. And how comforting it was to have that one person as walking down the street, walking past you, and say, I don't know what you're going through, but I want you to know that you are loved. I want you to know that you are loved. That one simple act of kindness that brought a sense of comfort. Or maybe you've been in a situation where you've had to pay your bills and you've had to choose between paying your bills and getting your kids something to eat, and you're in line at Walmart. You don't have the money to pay for your groceries, and the person in line behind you says, no, don't worry, I got it. And in that one moment, in that very finite time, we are enveloped in a hug of comfort and light. All because of the kindness of one person. Or maybe it's a loss of a loved one. And you've just not understood. You have no way to understand. It just doesn't make sense. And along comes a friend and says, a few years back, I lost my so-and-so. And I want you to know that I'm here for you. If you need someone to talk to, I'm here. How soon we forget. the call to action on this message is compassion, which is the other card. This is Archangel Zadkiel. And Zadkiel said, soften your heart with respect to this situation. And all the people involved, including yourself. So maybe we might be looking at someone and say, well, you did it to yourself. Maybe we're the person that's the next person in line, and we're seeing somebody and they say, man, I don't have enough money. I thought I had enough money. And you look at them and say, well, you did it to yourself. Now, we're not saying this out loud, but it's what's going through your mind. And I get it. I would say probably 80% of people, that's not what goes through their mind. But we're being called to a time of compassion. Like right now, in this time of just very unknown circumstances, we don't know who is going to be sick tomorrow. We don't know who that we know may have died today. But yet there's people that want to point fingers and not have compassion. Now, I'm not trying to stir up any ill feelings. I'm not trying to do anything like that. But I want you to think. I want you to take into consideration people and the situation. The very unique situation that's happening right now. Where's the love? Where's the heart? We talk about peace, love, joy, and happiness all the time, but yet somehow we skip over actually doing it and implementing these things. And I don't want to be pointing fingers at anybody. But folks, we have a world to worry about here. The light workers are being called to action. And if you are a light worker, then be prepared. Dig into your reserves of compassion. Because one day, someone had compassion on you and showed you that peace and joy. And though some situations aren't always joyful, you can still know that there is comfort. And in the end, that is what compassion brings, is comfort. Open your heart. And live your life fully before the divine. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. All right. Hello. All right, good. It's been a wild and crazy ride, y'all. If I had to be honest, today's show kind of snuck up on me, but I am here, and that's all that matters. So I'm seeing Joao Firmino. Yes, you may ask a question. I take it you... Oh, no. Oh, never mind. I was misreading that. What's this here? Katrina! Katrina, are you still here? Nina is here. Oh, same person. Okay. 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 You girl, you had me all confused. Okay, so you're wanting the 7-card horseshoe? Or just the reader special? You're just donating to donate. Yeah, the internet's being a little funky tonight. Okay, 7-card horseshoe. And Nina, what's your question? Woohoo. Your love and your career. Okay. Well, so that's going to be, that's actually more like a 2-part. That's actually like 2 questions. Hello, EGB91 from New Jersey. Okay. So what does Nina need to know about her love life? All right, Nina, I need 7 numbers between 1 and 78. And if you haven't yet, anybody that's watching, please like, share, and subscribe on my YouTube channel. The link is in the description on Facebook. And Nina got there somehow. Anyways. Yet I have somebody that I am in the middle of a reading of right now. Nina, did you send those numbers? Nice. Nina? Did Nina disappear on me? I need 7 numbers between 1 and 78, dear. Yes, the internet's acting up tonight. Six more. I promise it's probably not you all. It is probably on my end. The upload speed's kind of going weird. Yes, you can, but I am starting a reading with somebody else right now, and not exactly how sure how long it will take. So, Nina, yeah, as far as I know, you'll be after Nina. So Nina, so I read a little differently than some people. I have my own notes. My memorization isn't that well, but I go off of the feeling that I get off of what I have in my notes. So, what I do is I do note taking interpretation, which means that I take notes on the reading itself and kind of pull my information from that. So that's why you see me here with the notebook, as I'm writing down these cards. The names of them. And that helps me in determining what you need to know. Okay? So okay. Nina, did you meet somebody while on a trip? No. Okay. Who's the adventurous male influence? I'm kind of seeing them kind of as maybe like a strong silent type as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's the adventurous, strong, silent type? This one will probably be about 40 minutes or so, depending upon internet things. Would be your ex. Okay. Nina, tell me, is he excuse me. Give me just a second here. Taste of adventure there. Love physical pursuits and are usually ready to commit. Okay. Nope. Scrap that. I was thinking a different card. See, that's why I gotta have the book, because I gotta be on my thoughts here. And it's not a book. I mean, it's literally notes. I have a free option. And the free option takes roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Nina, I don't know. If you're patient and you wait around or you come back, you know, I'll get you on. Nina, are you currently in a relationship? Okay. That's good. That's good, because that confirms a couple of things for me. I'm not taking up the cards, I promise. You're probably not going to be able to see them very well, but you can still see it a little bit. So this is the first card. This is the Knight of Wands, and this is what I was asking you about, who that individual was that was that kind of strong, silent type. I'm sorry, I don't do code readings. So he left 2 years ago for another coworker. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to have to do this because here's the deal. Okay. So we got the Six of Swords is the next card. It's a little bit better. And the Six of Swords we read this card and this card together. And this is the Wheel of Fortune. The Six of Swords talks about more peace in your relationships. You're moving away from darker times into a calmer feeling of safety and security. This can suggest moving on from a current situation that is no longer serving you and your highest good. Yeet, I am in the middle of a reading and I can't continue to keep a conversation with you. I'm sorry. You'll have to come back whenever you have time to actually get the reading done. And then the next card, like I said, that I read with the card number 2 is the Wheel of Fortune. And it talks about one's relationship as part of one's destiny. It is up to one how one chooses to embrace one's lessons. Don't get hung up on, quote, the right one. All relationships are valuable. Okay? So, no, Nina, I know you're here. I know you're here. So, what, and I'm sorry, guys, the internet's just being very choppy tonight. What I'm getting from this is, I believe you realize this thought of each person that comes in and out of your life is a part of your destiny, some way, somehow. This card is supposed to represent you, and so I'm seeing this as you actually being sensible about your relationships and so on. So this time of peace may or may not be exactly right now, but the peace is coming for sure. This card is in the present position, so it's present time. We got to kind of, the present situation is kind of fluid. In my mind, it's kind of fluid. So presently could be anything from like 7 days ago up to the next 7 days. Okay? Because living in the present moment, sometimes we kind of have that span in our mind. And I know it looks really daunting over here, but I'm gonna work it out for you. So I do see that this here with the Wheel of Fortune, that you are somebody that is aware that each person in your life is someone that is to be there for whatever reason that they're there for. The next card that we read is this one. And this is, in this deck, it's the Two of Cauldrons, but it's the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is a traditional relationship card, right? Usually it's something to the effect of possibly marriage or something like that. It usually talks about there being a deep connection with friends or a lover. So there is that kind of bond. This is in the position of this ring. Nope. Of near future. So we're talking up to 4 weeks to 3 months. So I do see a kindred spirit coming your way. I know you're in a relationship, but maybe you kind of feel like it's not quite what you need it to be. And in this next 4 weeks, 1 to 3 month period, you'll feel this. You'll feel this relativity, if you will. So the next card, which is here, is the Hanged Man, and that is the environment. So what's going on around an individual. So the Hanged Man is kind of unique. Used to come in your dreams and speak to you. Yeah, that can be kind of interesting. So the Hangman talks about one maybe feeling bound to a relationship or situation. It suggests that right now isn't the time to move or leave or make bigger commitments. But it is a good time to be still and allow wisdom to guide. So something that you can think about here is no. I believe you. I just I don't know how I would react with that. How did that make you feel? Yeah, well, just the interaction in general. Oh, that's great. I, I get that. And what I think that could have been is it could have been his spirit guide trying to be your spirit guide, taking the form of him in your dream and just kind of being like, listen, look, I know everything's really really crazy, but know that you are cared for, even if the physical him doesn't. So it sounds like he's dealing with some inner demons, and I hate to use that term, but I don't mean that derogatory by any means. Interesting. But his spirit guide is, I would say, trying to reach out to you and be like, here's what I'm trying to tell you, and that is that you're going to be okay. And that I'm here with you. I think the spirit guide knows the truth and is willing to try and carry over and try and help you in your own situation. Not that your spirit guide can't handle it, but it sounds as though that could be kind of the situation here. There's on the next card, this is in the place of hopes and fears, and it's the Ten of Swords, and it talks about hitting rock bottom, feeling worn out and exhausted with nothing more to give. And then it says if it's not meant to allow the relationship to go. But so this appears to be a fear of yours. Okay. This appears to be a fear of yours of kind of hitting rock bottom. And it's not necessarily you hitting rock bottom. It's I feel as though that you're afraid that maybe he might, now that you two are not together. Not saying that you think that you're some kind of miracle worker or something like that, but just that you care enough for him that you don't want to see him fail. Okay. Well, be the friend that you have been for him. Because I too fear that this could be a bad situation. The last card in this, which is the card that represents the next 3 months to a year, is the Tower. The Tower talks about weak. Man, wow. Something about that. He's avoiding something, and what that is, I don't know. He's avoiding something, and he may be avoiding the truth about how he feels, about how he truly feels. The whole spiritual thing could be a very scary situation for him, and that could be something that he just doesn't understand, and he may not ever be able to understand. And so, and that can drive us to be in kind of a odd situation or what have you. So I don't give up on him, but the tower talks about a relationship with weak foundations, and it dawned on me that this is more about him than it is about anybody. And I'm not going to say that where he's at I'm not going to say that where he's at in life right now he's going to end up regretting, but it looks like he very well may. But just don't hold this don't hold a grudge or any animosity or anything like that to him, because you don't want to put out that negative feeling, and then what you're going to do, you're going to get back the karmic energy from that, and then eventually you get negative energies back. So don't. Where did here it is. Okay. Oh, that's good. Now, it's good that you don't do that. It's not good that he does that, but it's good that you don't do that. So I think, just keep being who you need to be for him. And but then also realize when it's time to let go. Okay? And you'll know. You'll know. When that time comes, you'll know. You're a smart cookie, I can tell. Yeah, that's sad, really. But and I wished I could have came up with some more for you. But I really do hope that everything turns out okay for you. And just know that whatever happens, you'll be all right. Like I said, you're I can tell you're a tough one. And you'll make it. You'll make it. One tough cookie. So, thank you, Nina, for letting me read you. It was a pleasure. I know. And I hate that too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Now, Yeet. Have you patiently waited? Yes, I think you're right. Because it makes us think. And like I said, I want to help you think. I mean, this is kind of a critical thinking exercise, if you will. I'm not denouncing the spirituality of it, but at the same time, I also realize the humanality of it as well. And it's a critical thinking exercise. And so, whenever I'm bringing up these questions, I am following my intuition, but at the same time, they're to bring out these lines of thought for the individual. So sometimes, all it is you just need to have a little bit of reassurance. And even if it's a tarot card reading, it's something. But it is what it is. Yeet, are you on here, man? If you're watching on YouTube or anybody that's on Periscope, Nina, I know that you switched over to YouTube there for a little bit. If you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. And if you want to know whenever I'm on, do the little bell notification thing on YouTube. Yeah, true. And I try, whenever it's harsh truth, I try to be as gentle as I can about it, you know. Because even then, on harsh truth, if I come across and just be like, well, blah 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 blah, they're going to get offended, and I don't need that, and they don't need that. So, you know, I'm just trying to help people, and then, hey, if they want to pitch in and make this thing a little bit better, then have at it. Because actually, I think you are putting me right up to the point of being able to get me a another webcam that I'm going to be able to replace the one that's on me now with, to get a better picture. And I haven't decided yet exactly how I'm going to do that, but I know it's going to happen. Yeah, but thank you for your donation. That really helps a lot. Okay, so I'm going to guess that Yeet has left. And I mean, I'm sorry. I get it. You want to know, you know, when I'll be able to get to you and all this, but I'm trying to do a reading here, folks. I can't carry on a conversation with everybody in the world and try to do a reading at the same time. So, you know, if I'm telling you it's probably going to be about 40 minutes, go from the time that I told you that it was 40 minutes and just take it. If I ain't done with it, then hold on. I'm not trying to be mean or forward or anything, but I mean, gosh, man. I don't know. Good night, Nina. Thank you very much. All right. Well, if you're on Facebook, that's great. And please follow and like my Facebook page. Facebook.com/Guide of the Light. And you can find me on YouTube at Guide of the Light. Also streaming, simulcasting to Periscope and Twitch. Ellipsis. Hey, you didn't think I'd figure that one out, huh? Ellipsis, howdy. Thank you for making yourself known. Also, if you'd like to, go to my YouTube channel, Guide of the Light. Like, share, and subscribe. And it would be greatly appreciated if each and every person would do that. It would be greatly appreciated if each and every person watched the show on there. But, you know, I'm not going to beg. So, anyways, we just got done with a reading for Nina. And Ellipsis has just joined the room. or ... How do you want to be called there? And yes, I know the internet's being awful, terrible, bad internet. Bad internet. I can't help it. Nothing that I can do. Not tonight. And also, if you're watching and you'd like to have a reading, I got the reader special for free. Of course, I'm requesting donations as well. Then if you'd want anything that's a little bit different from that, multiple choice is $3. If you have more than 2 choices that you want to ask about, that is $5. Past, present, future readings, $5. 7-card horseshoe is $10. And 10-card Celtic cross is $15. I am almost to the point of being able to get a higher quality webcam to put on me to be able to make that quality, video quality, bit better. So I think maybe about 10 or 15 more bucks is going to get that. And then from there, there's a couple other things that I would like to have, but right off the bat, I don't really have to have, other than maybe better processing power, but I can't really do that with what I have going on now, or being able to, pay actual internet bill and have hardwired internet. Since I'm having to do this over Wi-Fi, it is so that would be the next goal, is to be able to get internet, hardwired internet in here. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That camera and the camera quality, that's going to be a big to do. I get that in and switch out cameras and stuff, and that'll be really change out, will really improve the look, because it's just fuzzy. And the camera that's on the computer is it's crappy. In fact, the camera that I'm looking at getting, I might switch out for the camera that's the overhead camera on the table. This camera, so that I can get a better picture here, and then take this camera and put it here, so that I can get this camera will do a lot better here than this camera will do here. So anyways, yeah. So I think I'm going to turn the lo-fi beats up a little bit here and let you all listen in on some music while I wait for the next individual. I figured Ellipsis was looking for a reading, but it appears that Ellipsis is gone. So that's okay. All right. Crank the music up. Okay, so I'm going to give the collective about, I don't know, say 5 to 10 minutes. And if I don't get anybody else tonight, I'm going to call it a night. And we'll move on from there and move into the final thoughts from the Guide of the Light. Hey, Yeet. Yes, you are wanting to know if you're going to... Hang on. I got it. If there is anybody that is interested in you. So, what I can do is I'll have to reword the question, because to know if there's anybody that's interested in you requires mediumship, and mediumship then also requires, individual person. But what we can do is ask about, what do you need to know about your romantic life right now? So, how about that? All right, Yeet. So, what I need to know is, not what I need to know. I need 3 numbers. The first number I need between 1 and 16. The second number I need between 1 and 22. The third number I need between 1 and 40. Okay? One number between 1 and 16. A second number between 1 and 22. And a third number between 1 and 40. And we're asking, what does Yeet need to know about their romantic life right now? $16, $19, and $39. Thank you, Yeet. So, 16, 22, 21, 20, 19, 40, 39. Yeet. that Yeet needs to know about his romantic life right now? Well, Yeet, let's take a look-see. The first card is the card from the court cards. That was the first deck. One card between 1 and 16. So this usually gives us someone that is, or it usually gives us either a person or a situation, depending upon how the reading goes. So, in this, as a person, this is the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, as a person, needs an intellectual match. They offer sound advice, can be rational, focused, and disciplined in work projects, and won't rush into love. Okay? So that's just kind of the overview of the Queen. Oh, hello there. Thank you. Yes, all is well. Thank you. Sound advice can be rational, focused. So that's the overview of the Queen of Swords, okay? The next card that is from the Major Arcana. It is the Lovers. And the Lovers in a relationship reading for singles suggest love could be soon entering one's realm. But there's a reminder to choose from the heart. One may have found their life partner. So, that sounds promising in and of itself for you, Yeet. And then the last card, which is from the lower 40 of the Minor Arcana. It is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands in a relationship reading for singles says you need time. You need a time of healing before your love or partner comes along. Don't give up. Be real with yourself and fight that courage and find that courage to move on. So, Yeet, it appears as though that you could see a relationship heading your way. It does appear as though that there is someone out there for you that is waiting for you. And maybe not, they may not exactly realize it right now, but according to what's here, just a quick glance reading, it looks very promising. The thing that I'm kind of jogged about here is this you needing time, you needing a time of healing before your love or partner comes along. And I don't know what has happened to you in the past. I don't know if this is why you're asking, if there is somebody out there that that is interested in you. But this is definitely conducive of things are coming. But don't forget to put yourself first. I feel like maybe you're the type of person that you when you're in a relationship, you really put the other person first. And that has caused you some heartbreak in the past. But of course, that could be wrong. But that's just kind of the gut feeling that I'm getting here. This individual is a very intellectual person too, by the way. Usually I don't it doesn't come out like this. So this actually almost answers your original question. And hey, that's pretty awesome in my opinion. So I think that is the quickest that I've ever had a reading. Okay. Let's see. Althea Bryan. So, Althea, I don't do elementary, elementary, excuse me, readings, meaning I don't do like love, prosperity, wealth, money, job, uh, uh, all in one. I do a I'll do a general reading. I will do a relationship reading, and I will do a career reading. And then from those, I have the menu of which the spreads that you can pick. The first one being the reader's special, which is the one that I just got done doing, which is free. And then from there on, as you can read the menu. I get confused with being a psychic often, and I am. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not a psychic. I am a spiritual advisor and intuitive reader. So, I am a advisory position, hence the name Guide of the Light, if you needed to know. So yeah. Okay. Well, check this. I'm gonna turn the music up, I guess, for a little bit here, and just a few minutes, and then I'm gonna get into final thoughts from the guide. So Okay, well, that might be why. Muted my mic and I didn't even know it. It has been another good night with you all. I got a couple of good readings in. Yeet didn't stick around to affirm anything for me, but he was just wanting a question asked. So we got the question asked, and then we answered his question, I believe. So anyways, final thoughts. The thought of compassion continues to come to me. And let's remember that as we continue on our journey from here, that we may have that compassion that others so desire. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. And don't forget, if you haven't yet, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the little notification bell thing, and you'll get a notification anytime that I come on air or upload a video or whatever. Also, find me on Facebook at Guide of the Light. Both of those are at Guide of the Light. Also, I'm on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH1, like the number 1. I don't know why that's on there. I know I put in Guide of the Light, but anyways, Twitter removed it or whatever. Anyways, so I do hope that everyone stays well, is well, and bees well. And don't forget my charge to you. As a guide of the light, I challenge you to live your life in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light.